I'm here fulfilling my only function, Chris. Making you guys look good.
I wish.
So this is the RFID reader?
It is the RFID reader.
And this is going to drive your departure boards, which I see are installed.
It will drive the departure boards. That seems very tight, though.
Thanks. You need to do this one now for me. The other side's...
Can we take the trap pins out first?
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'll just hit these out.
You take them out, Kev.
How far around it going?
Hey?
How far
I don't know
around?
yet, mate. Hang on, let's do Warts on, shall we?
Yeah.
That's the problem. There's the problem. You know,
Who's not here who can blame?
One more time.
no, blame me, mate. It's totally down to me.
Who ordered the cork? It's their fault. Was it Andy?
I did that as well. So whichever way you look at this, I'm to blame, Phil.
On your red beer,
Yeah, thank you
Hang
very
on,
much.
Pete. Hang on, Kev.
That's all right.
This side.
Come up
This
anyway.
side. There you go.
Right, let's do this one first.
Right here. I don't remember it being like that, Dave, do you?
Yes, I think it was like that. And it's odd, because I thought it would lie flat, but
No, these
so,
here.
I don't know. Is this the same board that would be used?
Yeah, it was the same, same board.
Right.
I don't quite get that. It's been not right now.
Why wouldn't you lie those down horizontally? Anyway. Were they not oriented?
No.
No.
That's how they were.
Okay. Because it would make more sense, wouldn't it? You'd have less cables hanging around, and then it'd go straight down the hole, I would think.
That's the way Phil did it.
Okay. Everything will have a reason. It may not be apparent.
Agreed. Agreed.
And the reason may not be that good either.
So one of the things we want to do, being Christmas layout, is we would like the Polar Express, or representation of the Polar Express. So we're going to have an S160 and tarted up a bit, and we've got some American coaches which John's brought in, Australian coaches actually. So this is going to be our Polar Express representation.
No, don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to, Phil.
There's a couple have come out anyway.
What you blew up
Don't see much if there is. Yeah, a little patch there.
Right. That will solve the problem now.
Hey, are you going to do this other side?
Do you want to do the other side?
Why are you doing it?
Well, the other side's...
That's stuck to me.
Is it?
Yeah, stuck, that is.
Sure.
What are you going to put in there now? Have you got some more?
No, I'm going to get some, that ain't the problem.
So that's definitely moving.
Well, hang on. Let's do it properly. You're right. Let's not fucking do our pleasures.
Yeah.
One piece of cork on. glue
Yeah,
it all
both
down.
right, and then cut it afterwards.
Yeah, but I was just going to say, you want the rest of it.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. We do it like this, and we'll glue it together. Then put the
further then, haven't you? Oh, that's all right, is it?
yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's solid there anyway.
Yeah, that's all right then, yeah.
It doesn't matter here. We just put it in,
Yeah.
and then we'll put the track down and run it. Put the track back and run it, and then we can split it when we're finished. And then we know it's not going to move, don't we?
Yeah.
So let's get this in here. So if we take that off, get the board level. So I'll go and get some cork.
Have you got some more?
Yeah, I've got loads.
Yeah.
And I'll bring some PVA.
No, it's all fine.
Quite a big step that.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is. That's why it has to set. It hasn't stuck with us. It's been sitting up in the air.
Yeah. It's a good, what, 2 or 3 mil, I'd say.
No, it's not really.
About half, isn't it? Yeah.
Are they not level? Boards?
Not quite, no.
Just the corner part.
Can somebody lift this up while I tighten it up?
Sleepers here, isn't it? What? Will you check? Yeah, it's in the box. Not cork. And leave the cork up to that. Glue it.
What
Put
thickness is that?
Hey?
What thickness is that?
2 mil.
Don't forget the cork's 4 mil.
Hey?
The cork's 4 mil.
So what is it you're doing, Phil?
These are just a very, very quick, simple test. Get rid of the couplings.
So these are what, your own couplings?
Yeah, but it's more a question of if it derails them or not.
Okay.
If it doesn't, then I'll make them pretty and put a fake Buckeye coupling and everything else on them.
So these are homegrown.
Yeah, well, they're only a straight bar. It's not nothing exciting or complicated.
So it's about the derailment, not about the ability to couple, per se.
Yeah, so we fixed most of the derailing issues on the layout.
Right.
So now it's just a question of the uncoupling issue. Actually, if these work, we'll make them pretty afterwards.
So we call them prototypes.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Now I'd call it broken.
Okay. Is that the weak link in it, the sacrificial link?
Yeah.
Plain design.
We'll go with
design,
that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Looking for a positive.
Yeah. The problem with this resin is it's very brittle.
Right.
This is the slightly more flexible version, but it's still brittle. So, which train is this one on?
trying to make the boards work and they're not working, Dave.
The departure boards. Okay.
So this isn't powered.
I know why that one's not
No,
working.
I know why that's not working.
You know, if they're not powered,
that's
you've
right.
got to power cycle the board to connect it as well, to reset it. Right, Drax power station calling out.
Brilliant. Okay, so that's active now.
Come and tell us, Chris. So you've got the RFID reader working now.
Yes, so we're just setting up the destination boards for the model trains as opposed to the live data. So we've got little RFID tags on the trains themselves, and we've programmed the destination boards with their calling points. So just testing it to see that we've got the connectivity right, and we have. So this is just an MGR train that I've programmed into the database. So to the moment, it's just a matter of testing it, making sure it works properly, and then I can fine tune it and put the new trains on that we're going to have on the layout.
So I presume you're going to go around and test all 4 Drax readers now,
Yes,
are you? Right,
that's
brilliant.
right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, and then testing the station announcements as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Best BBC voice.
So class 20. So Peter, is that a shunter?
No, it's not a shunter. Shunters, they use these in pairs to deliver coal to the power stations,
Right.
and they called a merry-go-round system. And what they did, they permanently coupled practically, and they went under a chute where the coal was put in to the wagon, then all the way to Drax power station or one of the others,
Right.
and then they were dropped into a chute as they were hoppers.
So they don't have to reverse, they keep going around
And
a
they keep
loop.
going, and they had special gearing on them so they could go very slowly
Right.
whilst they were being filled and emptied.
That would be like fractions of a mile an hour. would it?
Yes,
Oh, amazing.
and
So,
they ran them both together like that.
and that would be permanently coupled, permanently moving
Well, not
coal.
permanently covered, but it was a consist.
Right. And so if that was on a coal hopper train, is it likely that it would spend its life on the coal hopper train?
Yes.
Just going round and round the circuit.
Apart from maintenance and
Right.
what have you. Yes, that's what they did.
And is this discontinued now? I suppose it is with
Yes.
the lack of coal
Oh,
fire
yes.
trains. So what
They're
era?
in- this is 80s.
80s.
80?
And these look remarkably weathered. Who's
My son did these, Matt.
did he?
Yeah. These are 80s, aren't they, when they had these merry-go-round trains? 80s, 90s?
80s to the end, 91, 92. They were drawn about 92.
Right.
They were weathered by grimy times
Okay.
in Warrington.
Very good. They look really smart.
Yeah, they sort of weathered them to like the faded look as they were towards the end of their working lives.
So it worked. It had a hard life.
Yeah, by the end they were being withdrawn by hand, and that's how they looked.
So Peter, you were just recounting a story of the mail train we had from
We had the
last
mail
year.
train there at Chester Cathedral, and the chap came up to me and said, that train can't possibly run like that.
Right.
And I said, well, why not? And he said, because 2 of those coaches are vacuum brake, and the rest of the train is air brake. And I said, how on earth do you know that? And he said, because I used to work on the train.
I used to drive it. Brilliant. So when I left you last week, Phil, you were remaking the joints on that you've just gone over for the track. Is
Pete redid all them last week.
the track now acceptable to you, or is it still
It's getting there. Little tiny bits that aren't quite right.
right?
Every so often just see a wagon hop.
I suppose with everything you've got to do it 4 times.
8 times in the yard, but yeah.
Yeah, it's true. And are you happier now? Are we going to see Phil smile today? Captured. I didn't hear an announcement. It's the volume program. So we're about to see the 68 trigger the RFID, and now we've got Fiddler's Ferry power station. And that's going to hit platform 2. So it's looked at the route and worked out where it's going. Platform 2. It's a bit strange how you'd have platform 2 for the Fiddler's Ferry power station. I don't think there's too much coal waiting on a platform, but it just adds a bit of fun to the layout.
Our representation of Polar Express.
What?
Capture light bell.
Is this going on the track today? Oh, fab, so we'll see it run. Oh, the light looks nice.
So just go down, back to down fast. We're there.
1982, wasn't it?
Yeah. And
Away we go.
There we go.
I'll never remember that.
I haven't. Yes. Right, try that. Any better or worse, Chris?
The light's not on.
No better.
Well,
I take it that's the pickup there, is it? That little. A bit there as well. Yep.
yeah.
Looks nice though. It's wrong scale. It doesn't work, but it looks nice.
You mean it'll look nice in a glass display cabinet?
And it's tender powered.
Yeah.
What are the pickups on the tender like then? There are not.
Well, no, it definitely does have sort of driving it without the loco.
I'll drive it without the loco then.
It works better with the tender off.
So there's some weight in it.
Oh, no.
Pickups are the same on this as well. They just touch the top of the.
Perhaps if I bend those pickups down a bit. I hadn't noticed those pickups there. I'd only seen the front
Yeah.
ones.
So we're here at Blakemere with our technical experts, Dave and Phil. Dave, what's been going on today?
Well, interestingly enough, Phil's put some of his own homegrown couplers on to give them a test. Phil, how's it gone?
They were better than the hook and loop, whatever you call them, tension lock, but not much better.
So these are a quick prototype that you've knocked up.
Yeah, I just did them last night, just as a test.
And are you going to develop it further, or?
Yeah, we need... They're strong enough, which is fine, but we need a more flexible up and down. Side to side is fine, but up and down is the
So it's the vertical. Is it for the when you go up and down the ramps?
Yeah, and track joints. When one bounces, it then bounces the next one off.
So you think you're onto something with this then?
It's better than the tension locks.
Right. Okay. Because everybody says, "Oh, you've got to use this or that," and they all quote different makes.
We've tried them all, and they've all got problems.
Right.
KDs are great until they're not. Hook and loop are awful. The magnets are too weak for the length of trains we're on. Is it the Roco ones, Chris? They were okay, but then there was an issue with them on the gradients last year. And then what else have we tried? The Curoscale ones, magnets are no good until you super glue them together, which is effectively what I did. And then I think that's what we've tried. Another one we've tried. We've also tried the solid bar that Hornby make, but that causes the same problems. You haven't got enough up and down the adjustment. It's just because we're running so long trains, we've been needing it better.
Right. And now we're running longer trains and we're testing. How are you finding the track now? Do you think you've got the wrinkles out?
Yes, there's a little tiny problem. Where is it? Somewhere over on the back side that he's looking at.
Right.
But other than that, we seem to have fixed them all now, which is...
So you're in a state where you can start to think about automation and how
Well, we're in a state now we can run a train and expect it to go all the way around and keep going and going and going and going.
Right. So that is a big accomplishment in itself.
Yeah, so for example, the Mark 5 sleeper set's been going around all day.
Right.
And hasn't fallen off once.
And well, you're letting me drive it.
Yeah,
so
I know. Where at Chester, to do a whole lap was an achievement really with that. So
and that's with 16
at the
cars?
beginning, you know, at the very beginning of the Chester, it would not do a complete lap.
Right.
We did the back-to-backs, which helped.
And was that down to couplers?
That was, do you know, it's still track imperfections.
Right, okay.
We never had a chance to fix in Chester. Because you've got to stop everything, spend an hour soldering, and you can't do that at Chester when you're running.
And we've been at Blakemere for what, a month now? Set up, or since we walked in the door?
When was Milton Keynes?
It's got to be about
14th, 15th of October, wasn't it? Somewhere around then?
4 weeks? I think it feels like 4 weeks here.
I'll say 3. Probably 4 this week. 4 on Monday, maybe.
Oh, it's not the weekend yet, is it?
No,
it's
it's
Thursday.
Thursday.
So we've got that. Oh, brilliant. So, moving on, do you have a game plan now for your next visit? Are you going to try something? Are you going to take us into a direction we've never been before?
No, there's a slight issue with the DCC system.
Right.
I'm not quite sure why. We had it at the very beginning of Chester. I then plugged a booster in and disappeared, never came back. And now it's come back again. So, I'm not quite sure why.
The network's working now?
Network's fine. We had a broken wire down there that was causing most of the issues.
Right. Was that broken because of a drill bit that went wild?
I think something got pushed and it was whatever.
Okay.
Doesn't matter, it wasn't on purpose. We've fixed this short. There was the broken wire and a short on the network. Now being fixed. It's fine now.
Good. So notice that Chris has hooked up the RFID readers to the departure boards, and they've worked all day now, whereas sometimes they would disappear off and declare independence effectively.
Yeah,
they're still functional. Good.
But then we haven't been running the same volume of trains as we did Chester.
Right.
We've been running trains all day, but not the same, not a continuous 4 lines running all day. But no, it's getting there.
We'll get there.
Whether automation is going to work for us, I'm not quite sure.
Reliability, I would think, is the first thing we want, isn't it?
It is. Reliability isn't too bad until Pete says, right, let's do a 80s weekend and run all blue and grey stock, which means taking everything off, putting all new locos on that then aren't set up to run automation.
You can always say, that's a great idea, Pete. Let us know when you've done it.
Yeah, so I'm not quite sure how automation's going to... It's going to solve some issues of lack of volunteers on Boxing Day, and but whether it's actually going to be better or not, I'm not quite sure.
I'd love to help, but I've got a perfectly timed holiday.
Yeah, what a shame.
I'll be thinking of you.
I want a postcard.
I'll send you a postcard. I'll be 30 metres under the sea shouting at a shark, probably.
But automation's a nice idea, I'm just not quite sure.
Right.
It'll give us the flexibility of what we want.
And its flexibility is the key, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a hands-on layout, isn't it?
If we can just get the fiddly yard to shuffle, will be nice. But then we're going to add blue and grey stock, so that needs all resistors adding to all the wheels. Then it needs all the locos calibrating that you can't do when it's running because it's running.
Just because we have a catenary guy, don't we have a resistor guy?
Tugboat John and Kevin,
Right.
they don't enjoy doing it. But what I'm saying is, if somebody comes along and says, right, I want to put whatever weekend on, people say, oh yeah, stick it on, and then he just breaks everything.
So yes, part of the sophistication is you're designing your rolling stock to run on this layout, and it's almost purpose built for it. So
Yeah,
guest tracks.
most automation works by having a permanent rake per line that never really changes much. Or if it does, you'll change one rake at a time, not take 20 locos and stock off and put 20 new ones on just for a day, and then take them all off, and then put them all back on again. That was originally, it's not going to work, I don't think.
Well, I can't wait to have another play. So I'll see you again on Sunday then, Phil.
No, not here Sunday.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll have a good play then.
Yeah, you'll break it then.
Okay.
We've got the All Sages show on Sunday.
Right.
It's all Saturday, Sunday. And then, but sometime next week.
Brilliant. Look at the size of that. How many cars have I got? Chris?
16.
16 cars. Wow. It goes faster, stays on better. Child with train set. When I see a routing picture, I was just thinking,
flashing red border.
So today I'll be driving the Polar Express. This train's come all the way from the North Pole, and hopefully it'll be making a scene or a visit to Blakemere. So how far could this go wrong, do you think? I'll press the button, Chris. It's going round. Show my button. Wow. Kid in train set. Literally in the train set. That's been expertly not touched by me. Would it normally stop the passengers and let them use?
In this instance, I think it could do.
Okay, cool. So let's go down. That's the one terminal. Stop that. And that would be a 3-minute stop, do you think, to let the little children on and off, and this boy play with it a bit more? And woo woo, we're off.
I
haven't touched the button yet.
It's got Richmond Railways here.
There you go. Let it all be sponsored. Certainly doing this now, so a lot of people say.
Cue Chris.
Okay, so a few weeks ago you might have seen in Dave's video we did going through a Christmas list of the things we might possibly do to make the layout more Christmassy. One of the things was a representation of the Polar Express. So we've now achieved that. We've used a Rodco S160 and put a cowcatcher light, bell and some of the trimmings on it. And this is what we have now.
And this is something the children will be able to drive around as junior drivers.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, perfect.